Cine nu știe pe Tate încă, cred că trăiește într-o peșteră cu Flintstone sau un copaș cu maimuțele. Cum să nu știi pe adevăratul alfa? Tate apare de ceva vreme foarte mult în social media, în emisiuni televizate, podcasturi și doar el mai știe pe unde. Dacă ne luăm după părerile oamenilor, nu înțelegem nimic. Tate fie este un zeu mitologic încă în viață.
Bro, I fucking love Andrew Tate.
Love Andrew Tate?
Bro, he's a god, bro.
He's a god?
He's literally a fucking god.
Do you know Andrew Tate?
Yeah.
Do you like him?
Yes.
What? Can you say that again?
I really enjoy his opinions. I think masculinity is incredible, and I'm all for it.
Do you know who Andrew Tate is?
Of course, that's the goal right there. That's my boy. Who don't know who that is?
You're a different take now because everybody here was like really angry towards him. So tell me what you think about it.
Why they angry? He's speaking reality. Why are you gonna get mad? Cause he's telling you to treat me like a king, and you want to be treated like a queen. But I don't understand what's wrong with society today.
The government, this system, they want you weak. They want men, particular, to be weak, fat, and compliant, so that they can't fight the tyranny. Because when you're weak, fat, and compliant, addicted to porn and unable to get outside your house and actually be aware of what's going on in the world, then the powers that be have more control. When men are strong, when men are intelligent, when men are entrepreneurs, when men are hitting the gym, that is not good for those who are in charge. And so, like I said earlier, I'm personally very excited about what Andrew's doing. He's empowering men to be better. As a woman, I want a strong man. I want a man that's going to look after me. And only a strong man who knows how to take personal responsibility, somebody that's wise, somebody that's smart, only that kind of man is going to be able to do that. A lot of women are settling for men that aren't particularly strong because there aren't strong men left. And so women are miserable. Women are then having to become more masculine so they can fill that void that's been created by society because men aren't men anymore. I think femininity can truly flourish in an environment whereby she's safe. And safety is masculinity. It's masculine energy. It's showing her that everything's going to be okay, you know, solving problems for her. That is how femininity can truly flourish. And so when a man can be a man, as Andrew's empowering them to be, then a woman can be a woman. And that makes me happy. So overall, to wrap up this video, I have had nothing but positive encounters with Andrew Tate. He's always been very gentlemanly. I think he's very fun. He's very charismatic. He's very smart. I think he's a great businessman.
Who is the real Andrew Tate? What would you say?
You would like him. He's very likable. He's very likable. He's funny. He's witty. He's a guy you would want to be in a military with. He's a guy that would do very well in the valuetainment community. He's a guy you want to run a sales team with. He's a guy you'd love to work at a gym with. He's that guy. He's the guy that you want to be on a sports team with.
Sau este o persoană care trebuie eutanasiată.
I'm gonna take a big shot and stick it in your. Don't even with me, bro. It's purple. It's purple and 9 inches long.
Yeah, and you thick girls, and actually, not only did you traffic women like proudly.
Andrew Tate.
Him
Wait, I have one more question. Why don't you like him?
because he's a fucking asshole.
Well, my question is, why don't you like him?
Because he's a misogynistic asshole who
define misogyny.
trafficked women.
He didn't though.
He did though.
No.
You're giving him way too much permission. Like,
He's my uncle. That's why.
well, you know, I hope he spends a lot of time in jail, and I hope he gets every day in the shower. Wonderful. You.
Dude, he's my uncle.
Nu există cale de mijloc aici. Ori îi oferi un respect maxim lui Tate sau îl urăști de-a binelea. Lui prea puțin îi pasă de ce spun cei din jur. Până la urmă, gurile oamenilor nu sunt capabile să dea măreție unui lucru, dar nici să-i o ia. Câinii latră, ursul merge. Sau mai bine spus, câinii latră, cobra mușcă. Cum reușește Tate să fie respectat de atâtea persoane? De fapt, o bună parte a persoanelor care îl cunosc spun că el este un model de urmat. Veste cunoscut citatul, o armată de oi condusă de un leu întotdeauna va birui o armată de lei condusă de o oaie. Andrew este cel care transformă băieți docili, fricoși, nestăpâni pe sine, în luptători, băieți care nu se tem să-și impună punctul de vedere sau să-și ceară drepturile, băieți care luptă pentru obiectivele stabilite. El transformă din persoane timorate și literalmente slave, oameni cu un cuvânt de spus, oameni puternici în societate, de care societatea în sine se teme, deoarece aceștia nu se lasă manevrați de așteptările pe care societatea le impune. În momentul când nu te conformezi cu așteptările societății și transmiți mesajul că nu te lași îndoctrina de ce spun ei, din acel moment reprezinți un mare pericol pentru societate, pentru că ei nu au nicio influență asupra ta. Andrew și-a afișat convingerile în media, împuternicit de foarte bune argumente. Nu este tipul care spune că crede în OZN-uri, iar când este întrebat de ce crede în OZN-uri, spune că nu știe exact, doar că ăsta este sentimentul lui, că există OZN-uri. Tate spune lucrul pe care îl crede adevărat, iar după vine cu argumentele valide care au adus această concluzie. Când societatea și-a dat seama că Tate influențează oamenii într-un mod în care aceștia nu vor, au decis să-l baneze din media, încât oamenii să fie privați de influența lui. Poți să-i condamni? Dacă oamenii care rezonează cu Tate ajung să fie copii ale comportamentului acestuia, cum ar putea tot ce ține de media, cât și de societate, să manipuleze comportamentul mai multor oameni care seamănă cu Tate? Va fi foarte greu să-i facă să ți se supună. Tate este îndrăgit de oameni pentru că acesta le prezintă o viață diferită față de cea pe care o trăiesc ei în prezent și le arată oamenilor cum să se comporte plin de cutezanță în viață, fără a avea frică de părerile indivizilor din mediul în care activează.
If women can cry, men can cry too. There's nothing wrong with it. And there absolutely is something wrong with it, and I'll explain to you why. Life as a man is far more difficult than life as a woman. And one of the key components of manhood always has been and always will be, we have the ability to control ourselves and not act emotionally. Females are more emotionally driven, more emotionally impulsive than a good man should be. Saying that I felt like crying so I cried, this makes me a real man, is as stupid as me saying, well, I felt like smashing his face in, so I smashed his face in. This makes me a real man. No, the hallmark of a real man is controlling himself, controlling his emotions, and acting appropriately regardless of how he feels. And throughout human history, this is exactly how men had to live their lives. Do you think that the teenagers storming the beaches of Normandy felt like crying? Of course they did. But they also knew that that wasn't the correct thing for them to do. They had a duty to commit to, they had honor, and they did what they were supposed to do regardless of how they felt. That is the mark of a man. Weakness and absolute submission to your feelings are not the hallmarks of men. It's not the way society has ever been built. It's never been built off the backs of men who were crying their eyes out because they felt like crying. Choose to be a small, weak guy who has to cry when he gets upset. Everyone, when they get that application form from God saying build yourself for your next life, would tick tall, strong, smart, mentally tough, doesn't cry, gets pussy, rich. They tick all the things they tell me I'm bad, all the assets I have, everything that I am, they tell me is bad. But if they had the choice to have these things instantly, they would sign up. And the reason they don't have these things is because all of these things come with hard work. To be physically strong, you have to work out. That's difficult. To be financially independent, you have to be smart. That's difficult. So they don't have these things because they're hard for them to acquire, but if they're very easy for them to acquire, they'd have them all. Nobody wants to be a crybaby. The mark of being a real man is not being a crybaby. The mark of a real man is walking down the street, 5 guys with knives coming up to try and rape your girlfriend, and you look at them in the face and saying, fuck you. It's not crumbling into a ball, crying your eyes out and say, I have emotions too. That.
Cealaltă categorie este cea care îl disprețuiește profund. Aceștia fie nu înțeleg mesajul, nu sunt de acord cu unele afirmații pe care le face, sau se simt amenințați de prezența acestuia. Tate are momente când exagerează lucrurile, dar dacă stai mai bine să asculți ce mesaj transmite acolo, făcând abstracție de modul non-conformist în care prezintă principiile, Tate știe exact ce vorbește. Mesajele pe care el le transmite sunt dure și în același timp valabile contextului în care ne aflăm. Dar oamenii care nu au nicio dorință să-și deschidă ochii, să ia decizii radicale, pentru că Tate este omul care tot timpul face ceva, el împinge oamenii la acțiune, să iasă din zona lor de confort. Atunci, cea mai bună cale de a te pune la adăpost este să spui că ceea ce zice el sunt prostii și are intenții proaste. Așa ajungi să-ți întărești poziția de mediocritate în care ești și să respingi munca pe care trebuie să o exerciți în consecința ascultării îndrumărilor lui Tate. O mare majoritate a persoanelor, bărbaților în general, care îl blamează pe Tate, sunt acei oameni care se simt amenințați de persoana acestuia. Andrew este un fost boxer, are 190 de centimetri, plin de mușchi masiv, Pe lângă postura lui fizică, el este o persoană care spune direct ce are de zis. Nu se teme de o confruntare, ba chiar din contră, latura lui competitivă îl împinge spre conflicte sau dezbateri. Majoritatea persoanelor care îl antipatizează sau chiar urăsc, nici nu știu exact ce nu le place la Tate. Dacă sunt întrebați de ce au această atitudine față de el, care sunt lucrurile pe care el le spune și ei nu sunt de acord cu ele, habar nu au ce să spună. Doar uită-te la oamenii aceștia. Pare mai inteligenți decât Tate, par într-o condiție fizică mai bună decât a lui, au mai mulți bani, mai multă influență decât el. Sigur că nu.
He sounds like he sucks.
Andrew Tate is?
Kind of. I just try and he's someone that I've avoided.
What about him don't you like? You obviously don't like him, so what about him specifically is the issue?
I think people like him are violent and aggressive towards like minorities, and I'm just not.
You think Andrew's violent towards minorities and women?
No, I don't think he is. I think he it's what like in the comments, I mean, there's aggression on both sides that I don't agree with.
If it's the comment section that you don't like, that's not really Andrew's fault, is it?
I think he has a certain anybody that's kicking off in or that follows you, you have a responsibility as a public figure to.
What kind of behavior do you feel like he's encouraging?
Like hate speech primarily.
Like what? Hate speech like what?
I don't know I just think it's the people that he involves himself with.
You could do so.
I think what shocks me is I always ask people why they don't like Andrew Tate. They never can give me congruent, factual-based stuff. He hasn't got a criminal record. Like, what's he done that people don't like?
Well, I think it's, to be honest with you, I think it's the kind of this situation with.
Worst example for boys like our generation.
What don't you like about him? Why would it be bad for boys to be like Andrew Tate?
Just like how he views women.
How does he use women?
Oh my god, I really don't know. I don't know what to say.
Can you give me any example of something that he's done which is bad to women?
No, nothing comes to my head actually. I'm telling you, I don't know what to say.
Andrew Tate, interesting guy, has some things that I don't agree with.
What don't you agree with?
I think some of the things that he says, especially about financial side. You're broke! Treatment of women, I'm like, man, that's like pushing it.
Can you give me an example of something that he says about women that you disagree with?
The fact that, let me think.
Tell me, what is it that he said about women that you disagree with?
Like, you should treat them like materials or like objects. Like, no, man, they're people just like us.
That nigga's tripping.
One of the things he says is that he prefers a woman who has a low body count. What do you think about that?
That's his opinion. I don't really care. That's just him.
So would you marry a woman that's been with 100 men?
Yeah.
What about a woman that's been with 500 men?
Same thing.
Do you know who Andrew Tate is?
I do know who Andrew Tate is, yes.
Do you like him?
He has a lot of influence and it's dangerous.
He prefers women who have slept with less men. Do you agree? What do you think?
I think it's a very strange view that... Actually, can we go again? I think that...
Can I ask you a question? Would you marry a woman that slept with 100 men?
Yes.
Would you marry a woman that slept with 500 men?
Yes. It's absolutely just a case of...
A woman that slept with 1,000 men, would you really marry her?
The fact they've slept with 1,000 men won't change anything.
Să zicem că aceștia ar sta cu Tate la o masă. Cum s-ar simți în prezența lui? Probabil, marea majoritate s-ar teme să-i aducă reproșuri în față sau să-l stârnească direct într-o dezbatere degajată. Probabil ei s-ar simți inferiori acestuia din orice punct de vedere. Ei nu vor spune nimic, iar poate când se dezlipesc de prezența lui, aceștia o să continue să-l vorbească pe la spate, pentru a-și liniști ego-urile fragile de invidia pe care o poartă. Acestea sunt modurile în care diferiți oameni se raportează la Tate. Sunt curios să văd tu de ce parte ești. Lasă un like dacă consideri că Andrew Tate merită ascultat și ar trebui să fie unbanned din social media. Sau un dislike dacă crezi că Tate este o persoană negativă care promovează lucruri greșite și în consecință trebuie să fie în continuare banat de către social media. Spuneți părerea în comentarii despre acțiunile lui Tate, cât să observăm diferite păreri despre acest personaj.